see the Buccaneers' electric quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Buccaneers and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Katie certainly produced a lot of highlights last week, but he gave the defense a couple as well on those interceptions. And I don't care how many touchdowns as a quarterback you throw in a game, you turn it over a couple times at a loss, put your defense out there a few more times, those moments you remember. And what should really be driving him to get the win this week.
Throwing it to start this drive. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. What we're seeing now, Brock, they've had some pretty crummy luck, some poor fortune in keeping guys healthy during their early goings of this season.
And this is where focus and attitude is oh so critical. They're rallying around those guys who were hurt and trying to play winning football. So when those players start to come back, Kate, they can jump right back in and really add this depth and be a better team and maybe, just maybe, make a playoff push.
Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. They'll try and throw it here. He finds Woods.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10, they're going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll throw it. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He's out in the clear. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pass play now. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's the give up the middle now to their fullback. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
They say that football is cyclical, that everything comes back at some point. I hope fullbacks do, because this guy just showed you they can be incredibly valuable.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to the air here. Able to hit Palmer, complete. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
I'm sure coach or play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Zach Bond with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 24. Got his target, it's Otten. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Irvin here from the gun. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Dropping back to throw. This throw is caught. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. give your quarterback a chance.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He's on the move. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Gonna keep this one and go. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
The Buccaneers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. On the give, this is Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right back to Irving now. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He's going to throw this one. Buys time, rolling right. That one's complete, right side. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. from the 48. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion here. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. It's inside the 10. This one's caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. He tries to sneak it, and that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The Buccaneers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
They send a man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 6. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throw on 3rd down. Gets this to Woods. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Kadarrell Hodge, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Play clock nearing 0, and Coach Todd Bowles has to signal for a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Airing it out to start this drive. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw, and that'll bring up second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Second and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He's going to keep this one. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
That right there, that is a small step toward a big objective, and that's overcoming, Kate, a 2-score deficit in the second half. Fortunately, well, this game isn't close to being out of hand yet. We got to learn that lesson in the NFL. Anything can happen. There's still plenty of time to get that lead back, especially if they keep making impact plays like that one on third down.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. That last touchdown cuts their lead from 10 to 3, but a chance to restore it right here. To throw it on first down. Completes this one to Otten. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Irving on the inside give. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one.
Potential grounding offense.
No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Forced out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
throwing it to start this drive. On the move, headed right. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. He ends up out of bounds, but it's behind the line. That is a sack.
He's forced out of bounds.
And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He finds Woods. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the first. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Evans. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, ball at the 36. He'll throw it yet again. This ball's cut by Palmer. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's the give to Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He keeps it himself. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. This time he's looking to throw. Chased out to his right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They motion the tight end over. Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And it could have gone either way down to the very end, but they were able to come up with the clutch plays to take the victory.